In today's video, I'll be showing you guys the best point guard build on NBA 2K25. But I won't just be showing you guys one point guard build, I'll be showing you guys two different point guard builds that you should make on this game. But I'm not just gonna have one guard build in this video, I'm gonna have both of my point guard builds that I use every time I play this game. I genuinely think they're the best two builds you can make, and they are two completely different play styles. Now, before anybody wants to go to the comments telling me these builds are trash and how I don't know what I'm talking about, this is not to flex, but here are my stats. With almost 1,600 games played, I have about a 93 win percentage, and I'm shooting over 62% from three. And before anybody says that's park, anybody can do that, come to Pro-Am or these comp modes, this was my record in Proving Grounds last season, 177-10, with 2 or 3 of those losses being lagouts. And it's 2K, you're not gonna win every game. Once again, this is not to flex, but just to prove these builds do win a lot of games. First, I'm gonna show you guys how I have the build with cap breakers. I'll show you guys gameplay of each build, and then afterwards, I will show you guys how I would make the build if I have no cap breakers. Not only am I going to explain every single attribute on these builds and why I went with them, so you can fully understand why I made these builds how I did, and what really makes them the best guard builds in NBA 2K25. And I'll also leave timestamps on the video so you guys know exactly what I'm doing, whether it's talking about the build, showing you guys gameplay of the build, or showing you guys how to make the build with no cap breakers. So for all that, all I ask is to do me a favor and drop a like on the video. It takes 2 seconds and it helps me out a ton. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But alright, let me get into the first build, what I think is the best overall guard build you can make on NBA 2K25. So this is the first point guard build. I'll go into the builder and show you guys how to make this if you have no cap breakers. But if you have cap breakers like me, make this build. I'm going to go through each rating on this screen and explain why I went that rating. So listen to this if you want to know that. And then afterwards, I'll go into the builder and show you guys this exact same build if you have no cap breakers, and tell you where to put them if you have like 2 or only 5. But once again, I do want to reiterate, these builds I'm going to be showing you guys, the 2 point guard builds I'm going to be showing you guys, is mainly for park. Now, this build can be good in 5s, but I know how you guys operate. You guys look at one stat, pass accuracy, and you freak out when it's not at least like 85 when it comes to Pro-Am or Rec. So I want to say this is mainly for park, but you can get away with it in Pro-Am, Rec, 5s, whatever you want. Now, this is what I would recommend for the best all-around point guard build. If you want to be good on the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s. This is my main 3s build, and the build I play 2s on when I want to dribble. When I don't want to dribble, I'll show you guys my next build. But your first thought might be, how is this good on 3s? You have a 93 three-pointer and a 99 mid. Obviously, it's a 2s build. But no, I just value 99 midi way more than I do 99 3. I have 2 builds with a 99 three-pointer and 3 builds with a 99 midi. I think the 99 midi is better. Now, you need at least one of those 2 stats, either your mid-range or your 3-point, to be 99, and here's why. You just need these shooting badges on Legend, and you need at least one of them on 99. And if you decided to go with a 99 3, you'll get Legend Limitless. As of right now, it's on Gold, but I normally use my max +1 on this. But of course, the season just started, so I don't have it unlocked yet. But basically, you have 4 shooting badges on Legend, and then Limitless Range on Hall of Fame on this build. And then you have a 93 three-pointer, which eventually gets to 99 from your takeover. As you guys see, I use Sniper. So once you get level 1, it's +3, level 2 +5, level 3 +7. So that means if I hit 1 jump shot, my 3-pointer instantly goes to a 96. I already have Hall of Fame Limitless, so that's why I went with a 93 three-pointer. You don't need a 99. You just need one of those 2 shooting stats to be a 99, so you can get the Legend shooting badges. And next is your ball handling. Of course, that's why this build is going to be different from the next one I show you. 95 ball handle and 91 speed with ball. Of course, the 95 ball handle is for the Steve Francis signature size up, which you combo with the Trae Young behind the back, which is the best moves for guards to get open efficiently in this game. You guys will see me use it in the gameplay. So if you want to be a dribbling point guard, you need a 95 ball handle, and then 91 speed with ball is what unlocks you Hall of Fame Lightning Launch. And then you can also use your max +1 on that if you'd rather Legend Lightning Launch than Hall of Fame Limitless. And this is why I like this build and why I made this. So when I play 3s, I like to guard the ball and be the main scorer on my team. So I like to have a 97 perimeter defense. defense. So that's why this build is good for both 2s and 3s, because if you're playing 3s, you can basically be a lockdown on this build. I would like my speed to be a little bit higher. I'll get to that in a second. But you have 97 perimeter defense, getting you every single defensive badge on Hall of Fame. And when you're guarding the top of the key, you get so many fast break 3-pointers. I know you guys might think, well, you have a 25 driving dunk, you don't finish on this build. All I do is play with inside centers. Both builds I'm going to show you guys today have no finishing on it. I just don't think going in the paint is that good this year. I think the best way to win is with these 6'2" to 6'4" small guards that can shoot and that can play defense. Those are the 2 most important things, and that's what these 2 builds I'm going to be showing you guys here today have. So 97 perimeter defense, so whether it be on the 2s or 3s, you have great defense. 85 steal, just play straight up defense. Going for steals is what puts you out of position, and honestly is what lets a lot of people get free buckets, especially off ball. Just play straight up defense. You don't need to go for steals, but 85 steals is good enough to get passing lanes and on ball plucks when you need it. And then lastly, the physicals, you see 86 speed, 82 agility, so it's high enough, but that's where this build differentiates from the next build. Now, before I show you guys exactly how to make this build if you have no cap breakers, let me show you guys a couple gameplays or just clips of this build in action on the 1s, 2s, and 3s. Show you guys how good this build really is. I genuinely think it's the best point guard build. So like I said, on 3s on this build, what are you doing? You're running point guard, running around screens with an inside center, and just shooting all the shots, whether it be middies or 3s. And since you're guarding the top of the key with this build, you're going to see a lot of catch and shoots and a lot of fast breaks like this because you're guarding the ball. You are the lockdown defender, and when you aren't, like I said, the ball is in your hands. You are running the point guard. That's why I like this build on 3s. If you play 3s, make this build. You see how I play when I do need to bring the ball up, run around screens with my inside center, quick stop for 3, Steve Francis around and green the shots, and then I guard the ball. And now let me show you guys what this build looks like on the 1s. This isn't even a 1s build. I feel like if you're gonna make a build strictly for the 1s court, obviously you're taller than 6'2" and you want to go a little bit of finishing, right? But you're gonna see, this is just what this build looks like when you want to dribble and get open from dribbling, which is the difference of the 2 builds. Just I wanted to show you guys. You guys know how this build's gonna look like on 2s, right? But I want to show you guys that. Look at the defense on this build. Like, it's actually really good. This is before I had my 97 perimeter defense. I only had 92, and you see how I was playing. But like I said, this is a 2s build mainly, but I really like it for 3s. This isn't even my main 2s build. My main 2s build is the next build I'm going to show you guys. This is my main 3s build, and you guys know how this works on the 2s. You dex and you run around screens and you fade like I'm doing here on the 1s, but without screens. Now let me show you guys this build without cap breakers. Now let's say you have no cap breakers on this build. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I would make it, and once you do unlock cap breakers, I'll tell you guys exactly where to put them first. So as you guys can see, first things first, you are a 6'2", 193-pound point guard with a 6'3" wingspan. And I'm just going to put the attributes in and then talk about it after I do. So let's start with shooting. If you have no cap breakers, you're going to leave your shooting exactly how I had it. 93 3-pointer and a 94 mid-range shot. If you go higher than this, it's extremely hard to get a good build because of how expensive the attributes are, but you need to plan to eventually get those 5 cap breakers, and every single cap breaker you unlock from here on out, you want to use on your mid-range until you get this to a 99. 99 mid-range is that important just to get at least the legend shooting badges. Now for your playmaking, on my build, I had a 95 ball handle. That's for the Steve Francis size up, which requires a 95 ball handle. That's why I went that. But if you have no cap breakers, then obviously you can't get the Steve Francis dribble move because you need to be starter 3 for the cap breakers and a starter 4 for that dribble animation. So you go a 92 ball handle. So on this build, you will get the Steph Curry signature size up, which is still really good, just not as good as Steve Francis. And then 91 speed with ball for at least Hall of Fame lightning launch. And then I always go 71 pass actually. Once again, this is mainly a park build for at least silver dimer. Then finish it off with your defense and your physicals. Put your speed to an 87 and your agility to an 84. And then put your perimeter defense to a 92 to get all the defensive badges on gold. This is what my build originally had. Before I hit Veteran 2, I was guarding ball with a 92 perimeter. It felt really good. And then once I hit veteran 2, I use the 5 to get this to 97. And then once again, an 85 steal. You don't really want to use attributes on this. Like I said, just play straight up defense on this build. And this is actually faster than my build with 87 speed, 84 agility. But that's just what you get when you can get a lower ball handle. But you can't use all the cap breakers that I was using. So this is the no cap breaker version of this build that I would make. And this is what the build looks like when you have 12 cap breakers on it, since I am a veteran 2. This is what I personally think the best overall point guard is in the game. If someone came to me right now and said, Quill, I want to make a build, I'm going to play Park, I'm going to be a point guard, I want to be able to do everything besides finishing the paint, but like I said, I don't think that's good this year. I play with inside centers. I would say make this build. This is how you win the most amount of games. And if you have no cap breakers, make the one I just showed you in the builder. But all right, that's enough for this build. Now let me show you guys a different type of build. This is for sharpshooters. If you want to be kind of a lockdown. If you don't dribble the ball, try this next build out right here. And it's right here. My new two-way sharpshooter. This is my new twos build. It's kind of cheesy, I'm not gonna lie. Let me show it to you guys. So here it is. And the first thing you might look at this build and notice is the ball handling and speed with ball. It's extremely low. So let me address the elephant in the room. You don't really dribble on this build. I mean, you do. You definitely dribble the ball, but you don't do combos. Let me explain. This build is definitely primarily for twos. This is a two-scored build. It can work on threes as like a lockdown or rec as a lockdown, but I wouldn't say this is a point guard build for threes or fives. This is NBA 2K25. If I want to dribble, I can do that. I've done that all year on my other build. Patty Mills, Trae Young behind the back, just cooking people, quick stopping, I can do that. But if I want to win games fast, you have to make a build like this. You guys see the two differences in my builds. On the other build, I had 86 speed and I had a 95 ball handle. On this build, I have a 97 speed, 94 agility, and only an 82 ball handle. That's the difference. That I prioritize off-ball running and getting open for catch and shoots. And obviously the defense on this build is absolutely insane with both my speed and my perimeter defense, which is why this is kind of like a pseudo lock. If you don't want to play guard, you can also use this as like a 2 for threes if you want. And then yes, 57 pass accuracy. I know, 57 pass accuracy. You don't really pass the ball on this build, I'm going to be honest. You really shoot every shot. And you guys might think, oh, well, and I know it's going to get clowned, 57 pass accuracy, this isn't a... And I know it's going to get clowned, 57 pass accuracy, this is not a point guard, it's a shooting guard. Well, I run point guard with it on twos. Like I said, these are park builds. You don't really need pass accuracy in park. But now let's get into the attributes. And then, of course, after I show you guys the attributes, I will show you guys gameplay. And then after gameplay, I will show you guys how to make this build if you have no cap breakers. So first things first, just like the other build, I have a 99 mid-range shot. And the other build I had a 93 three-pointer. On this build I have a 96. Now the same reason I have a 99 mid on this build is the same reason I have it on the other build. I value the fading mid-ranges and having those badges on legend from having a 99 mid more than I do a 99 3. I think having a 99 mid for those bailout shots is way more valuable, and a 96 three-pointer does get you limitless range on Hall of Fame, which is where I will use my max +1 badge to get it on legend. So I will have legend limitless. So I'll have every single shooting badge on legend, and then after I make one three-pointer, I will have, or one mid-range, I'll have a 99 three-pointer because I'll get +3 on my takeover on my three-point shot because I'm using deep bomber. So I'll have a 99 three-pointer basically. So 99 mid-range, 96 three-pointer, which gets boosted to a 99, 82 ball handle, 87 speed with ball. I know you guys might be freaking about the ball handle right now, but you'll see gameplay of me with this build. You'll see a lot of off-ball scoring because of how fast I am, and you will see a lot of the Kyle Lowry hop jumper, which is the main dribble move you do on this build. That's all you need for twos. This is mainly a twos build. And then 87 speed with ball, 86 is what gets you a gold speed booster, but because I went 92 speed, it boosted my ball handle and my speed with ball up one more than I would have liked it. So your defense is insane on this build. 95 perimeter, 96 steal, and then the big difference between this build and the last one, 97 speed, 94 agility. You are quick, and I've never played in a build with above a 90 speed. So going from 86 speed builds to a 97 speed build You absolutely fly on this build. I can see why people have been running the off-ball cheese catch and shoot, which is what I'm starting to do a little bit on this build on 2s just to end games quick. That's why I hit vet 2. It's just super cheesy having this high speed, and then on defense you can really tell the difference. And once again, I have no driving dunks that don't finish in the paint. I mean, look at my percentages right here. This is where I've been shooting. I shoot 70% from the right corner, 71% from the left corner, almost 80% from the left wing, 66% from the right wing. Look at my midi percentages. And like I told you guys, I don't shoot in the paint. Let me show you guys what this build looks like while you're playing on him. So of course we start off the clip showing off the defense, 95 perimeter defense, and the gameplay on this build will not be flashy. If you want to dribble and look flashy, make that first build. If you want to score quickly like this, and by the way, this move right there is the move I was talking about, the only one you need on this build. You will see all I do is either catch the ball and shoot, or catch the ball, run and fade, or catch the ball, run and quick stop, or catch the ball, run and Kyle Lowry. Those are my 4 options. You see right there. Catch the ball, run, Kyle Lowry, hop step, green. This one, run, catch the ball, Kyle Lowry, hop step, another green. This build is very easy to win with, guys. So, of course, if you have no cap breakers, let me show you how I would make this build. This build is very difficult to make with no cap breakers, but let me show you how I would make it. Of course, you are 6'2", 193 pounds with a 6'3" wingspan. And with shooting, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get a 99 3-pointer on this build, and you will still go a 94 mid-range. So on this, you will at least get Hall of Fame set shot specialist, but of course, you're playing to try and get the cap breakers. Every cap breaker you get, you will eventually put on your mid-range shot, but you need to make a build like this and have your mid-range at a 94 to eventually put your cap breakers up to get that to a 99. Next, your ball handle, speed with ball, pass accuracy are all extremely low on this build. Like I said, when you have the ball, you either run and fade and shoot, run and quick stop, or you run and do the Kyle Lowry move. That's it. You don't really dribble. So you have an 81 ball handle and an 86 speed with ball to at least get lightning launch on gold. And then you finish the build like this. As you can see, on this build, your speed with ball is an 88, ball handle 83, pass accuracy is a 60. The reason why the ball handle and speed with ball on this build is higher than mine is because if you're planning on using the initial cap breakers, obviously on your mid-range, you cannot put your speed up to a 97 like I have it, so you're going to have to settle for something like a 93, and then of course 94 agility. This helps with defense, which you will, just like my build, have a 95 perimeter defense to at least unlock Hall of Fame Challenger, and then a 91 steal for both of these badges on gold. If you have no cap breakers, this is how I would make the build. It is significantly worse. Of course, having 12, 13 cap breakers is going to make the 2 builds I showed way better. But if you guys want to play like I play, like I said, like I showed at the beginning of the video, my shooting percentages, then go ahead and make these builds. You saw how I play. Try it out. See if you like it. I mean, I tend to win a lot playing like that, so I think this is the move. But yeah, go ahead and try this build out right here. And of course, if you do have cap breakers, this is what it would look like. If I had only 5 or 7 cap breakers, and if I wasn't a vet 2, I would put a 93 3-pointer instead of a 94. I would use 5 cap breakers on my mid-range to get that to a 99. And then from there on out, I would use every single cap breaker on either speed, agility, or perimeter defense. If you have no cap breakers, make the build I just showed you guys in the builder and put every cap breaker from there on out on your mid-range shot. And if you have 12 or 13 like I do, then make this exact build. So let me know what you guys think of the builds. I know a lot of people might be upset that I have no builds with finishing, but I just don't think that finishing matters in this game. I think you should play with inside centers, and I think as a point guard, you should shoot the ball. So if you guys decide to make either of the 2 builds I show you in this video, which I honestly think you should, whether it be the sharpshooter or the sharpshooting creator, make either one of them. It will help you win more games on NBA 2K25. But if you guys did enjoy the video, please do me a favor and drop a like, sub if you're new, and I'm out.